Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I've got a good old-fashioned haul video for you. I've got some new knitwear pieces here, some new denim, trousers, a coat, some shoes and belts. These are all things I've picked up over the last 2 months or so, and we've got items from Massimo Dutti, COS, and other stories, Zara, and I'm probably forgetting some. So get yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and join me here for this new in for autumn 2024. So starting off with this first piece that I picked up, which is this 100% cashmere jumper from Massimo Dutti in this beautiful rust red. The perfect autumnal shade if you ask me. It goes with a lot of neutrals as well. It's just perfect and the quality is really, really lovely. Now obviously this isn't the cheapest piece you can imagine, as it is 100% cashmere, but it does feel really, really good and super soft. And as you can see in the cutaways, it is a little bit oversized as well, which I like. I don't really like cashmere jumpers that are too snug and fitted. So this is an absolutely gorgeous color for autumn, and it really goes with so many other colors. It goes with burgundy, for example, plum, navy, black, beige, gray. Really many, many different ways to style this. In this first look, I've styled it with these brown cotton trousers from COS. So these are in a slight balloon shape, as you can see here, and in the cutaways. So I think they're super flattering. They show a little bit of the ankle, and they're also really, really comfortable. And I do like the material. As I said, they're 100% cotton, and they feel kind of super soft and nearly a little bit velvety. So I already have these in beige, and I decided to pick them up in this brown. They call it brown on the website, but it's more of a plum color as well for autumn. So I think these are going to be great, styled in a lot of different ways. So another way I've recently styled this beautiful cashmere jumper is with the white arch jeans from COS. You'll see it here in the cutaways. Now, arch jeans, they're probably my favorite jeans at the moment because they're super flattering and they're also super, super comfortable. I've also bought them in the traditional indigo color, and I've recently styled them in this double denim look together with some pointed boots from Massimo Dutti from last year that I really, really love, and also with this grey wool coat also from COS from last year. It's kind of a mid-length coat in a boxy shape. They often do these. It's 100% wool and it's really lovely quality. And they have very similar things in stock at the moment. So if you are interested in picking up a coat like this, definitely do check out the COS website. The next piece of knitwear I picked up is this beige cardigan from Massimo Dutti. It's 100% wool, so it's going to keep you warm, but it's also thin, so it's going to be a great layering piece. And this is exactly what I wanted it for, because I felt like I was missing a piece like this. You can layer this under a blazer or under a coat. It's not going to be bulky, and also you can style it in many different ways. Open, or just with the top button closed, or just with a couple of buttons closed in the middle. I think this is going to be super useful, and also the color is going to be super versatile. So you can see in this first look how I've styled the cardigan with some black wool trousers from COS from last year, then just a simple white cotton tee with long sleeves, and my chocolate brown suede jacket from Massimo Dutti on top. Now the jacket is also reasonably new. I got it probably 6 weeks ago, but I think it's already sold out. So chocolate suede is everywhere at the moment, and it sells out really quickly everywhere at the moment. So if you're interested in getting your hands on something like this, I think you really need to hurry up. And then another way I've recently styled the cardigan is with a pair of beige wool trousers from Massimo Dutti from last year. They're coincidentally a complete color match. And I've just paired this whole laid-back look with a pair of New Balance trainers. They have a red stripe, which goes really, really nicely with the burgundy coat that I'm going to get onto in a little while. And the third way I've styled the Massimo Dutti cardigan is with a pair of navy wool trousers from COS. These are also new, and I would absolutely recommend them. They're totally brilliant, especially if you work in an office. They look like a tailored trouser, but actually they have an elasticated waist in the back and a drawstring, a hidden drawstring in the front. So they're super comfortable, but look really, really elevated. Now they're 100% wool, so they're not that cheap. I think they retail for just over the €100 mark, but I do actually think they're worth it. They're just a completely fantastic basic. And because they are so good, I must confess that I also bought them in the green. So the next piece of knitwear I picked up from Massimo Dutti is this slightly oversized vest. It's got a little bit exaggerated shoulders, and I actually picked it up in the small because the medium was just a little bit too big. Now this is a great layering piece again, because you can wear it under blazers, under coats, you can layer a shirt under it, and because it doesn't have a collar, it doesn't really compete with any other neckline or collar. So you can see I've styled it here in the cutaways in a few different ways. Firstly, with the white arch jeans, I just have the white long sleeve tee underneath it again, and then I've put the chocolate brown suede jacket on top and some suede kitten heels from Zara. And then in the second look, I left it unbuttoned. I have the black wool trousers from COS again as a base layer, and then I just layered a grey blazer on top of it. And then I've also styled it with the indigo arch jeans, a pair of loafers, a burgundy bag, and then the burgundy coat on top. Now, shall we talk about the coat? I think let's talk about the coat now. So this is a burgundy or plum or wine colored coat, whatever you like, from Zara. It's a 75% wool coat. It's from their Manteca range, and it's in a classic tailored fit. It's got a little bit shape around the waist here, 4 buttons here at the front, double-breasted, and it's a really good coat if you ask me, for the money and the quality. So this retails for 130 euros, and I have seen very similar things in & Other Stories and other shops like this, for example, that go for about double the price. So I think in that sense, it's an absolutely great coat if you're looking for a burgundy coat. Now I have to admit the coat was a little bit of a FOMO purchase because I wasn't really looking for a burgundy coat at all. And I was in the shop and I saw it, tried it on and loved it. And then it was selling out all around me. I've linked it down below for you, by the way. They say it's coming back, but it is currently sold out in most sizes. So yeah, let's see if it comes back in stock. So coming back to knitwear, I've got a couple more pieces to show you here. And the first one is this dark green cashmere wool blend from Massimo Dutti. So one of the reasons I got this is the color. And I have to say, I really wanted the 100% thick cashmere jumper from COS, but I just can't justify the price of it. So it retails for 250 euros, and it's so thick that I think I can probably wear it a couple of times a year. Otherwise, it's just going to be too hot for the climate that I live in. So I just cannot justify spending that kind of money. This was 49.95. It's a similar thing, it'll be more wearable for me, and it's just a much better price point. So obviously this isn't as nice and fluffy and cozy as the COS jumper is, right? But that's just logical for that difference in price. And I think this is just going to be a lot more wearable and reasonable for my actual lifestyle. So I think I was having a bit of a Christmassy moment when I was in Massimo Dutti, because I also picked up these green velvet trousers that really go nicely with this forest green turtleneck. And these to me are a real Christmas Day dinner item, because not just the color and the velvet, which make them look really festive, but also they're elasticated, they're wide leg, they're going to be super, super comfortable, and they'll fit in any Christmas dinner that you might be having on that day. You'll be able to see in the cutaways how I've styled these in 2 different ways. The first, just with the forest green turtleneck from Massimo Dutti. This is how I would imagine wearing this at Christmas Day. And then I've just thrown a leather trench coat. This is a really old one from Massimo Dutti from many, many years ago on top. It's in a chocolatey burgundy, I would say, and then paired it with a burgundy bag. But this color also goes really, really nicely with black and white. So the second way I've styled it is I've just layered a tailored blazer from Mango over the top and paired it with some black sling bags and a black clutch bag. And I think that would be a really, really good outfit for a Christmas party, for example. So another pair of trousers I picked up probably about 6 weeks ago are these grey pinstripe 100% wool trousers, also from Massimo Dutti. They're in a slight wide leg balloon shape, and I think they're really, really lovely. They're super laid back, but also elegant at the same time. And I've styled these recently in my evening looks video. If you haven't seen this, go and check it out. I was just playing around with what I've got in my wardrobe already that might make a good outfit for an evening out, rather than going out and buying some occasion wear that you don't get any wear out of in the long run. And then in the second look here, as you can see in the cutaways, I've styled the grey trousers with this grey knit from Under the Stories. This is also new in, it's 100% wool. It's got slightly wide arms, wide sleeves, and it's a cropped boxy shape. I think this is super useful to pair with high-waisted trousers. And it's a really good piece, and it's going to keep you warm as well, being 100% wool and being quite thick. Okay, and then after jumping around a good bit here, and to conclude the Massimo Dutti section of this haul, I got 3 quite plain layering pieces that I was kind of missing in my wardrobe. The first one is this white long-sleeved t-shirt. It reminds me of the long-sleeved t-shirts they have in COS. It also feels like a similar quality and a similar price point. So I think this is going to be super handy. And then I got a charcoal grey t-shirt. This is very similar in fit to the Arquette, what are they called? The Arquette heavyweight t-shirt. And I was missing a color like this in my wardrobe, so I picked that one up. And then lastly, I got this thin wool v-neck jumper, which is another layering piece that I never buy because I just find them so boring, but also I always miss when I'm getting dressed because I never have any of these to work with. So that's everything from Massimo Dutti. Okay, so we're getting there. A couple more pieces to go. Can I just give a quick shout out to this cashmere scarf from Marks and Spencer's in this beautiful dark red. Now, this is from the men's section, but do I care? The thing about men's scarves is that they're actually handier for layering because they're not so huge. I'm never quite sure how these huge scarves that they make for women can be layered under a coat. I really have no idea how to do this. So this will be much, much easier for layering. So I've got one more pair of jeans to show you from COS, which are these light grey turn-up hem jeans. They're in quite a boxy fit. I really like these, but be warned if you're tempted to order a pair, size down, because they do run very, very large. So you can see in the cutaways, I've styled them with a simple grey cable knit jumper. This is a really old one from Zara. And I've layered a blue shirt underneath and then styled it with brown accessories, a brown pair of chunky Chelsea boots, and then a brown handbag. And then in the second look, I styled the grey jeans from COS with the grey turtleneck jumper, again from Under the Stories that I showed earlier, and some black loafers from Zara. So that brings me on to Zara. I actually only have one thing to show you apart from the coat that we've already seen, and that is these black crinkled patent leather loafers. Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Zara, in my opinion, really make great shoes. And I'm really not a big fan of Zara otherwise anymore. I used to always buy there, but I just don't think the quality measures up. And if you're used to buying things from Massimo Dutti or from COS, you can really notice the difference in the materials that they use and also how it's worked, how it's fabricated. It's just not as good. But having said that, they do really good shoes. And these, for example, are really brilliant. They're 50 euros, they're real leather, and they're super comfortable. They're soft, and I think they'll give even more considering that they are leather. And I was really looking for a pair like this, a pair that is not so super chunky, so you could also wear it with a skirt, for example, and it would still look nice. Now, would I walk to the end of the earth in those? Well, probably not. But to be honest, for the money, the quality and the comfort are really good here. And I nearly forgot, but I have one more piece from COS to show you here. This is a waisted knitted cardigan in this burgundy color. It's still in stock, I checked, and if you're after a burgundy piece of knitwear, this is a really, really good one. It gives a really nice shape, as you can see in the cutaways. It's also, as COS is, really, really nice quality, feels beautiful. So shout out to this one, I can only recommend it. Okay, so we've made it through the whole rail. Oh my goodness. I only have 2 more things to show you, which are 2 belts. And these are really, really good ones, I think. The first one here is this burgundy crinkled leather effect belt from COS with a gold buckle. Super simple, but super elegant. and it's really great for layering this autumn winter. And then the second one is this studded brown belt with silver hardware from Massimo Dutti. Now this might ring a bell for some of you, and yes, I totally did jump on the bandwagon here and bought the Kate belt dupe. I think the Kate belt retails for about 500 euros, whereas this is around 50 euros, and it's a really nice belt. Now it is a trend piece, so you might not love it forever, but it's also actually, it's a nice one if your style is maybe a little bit on the edgy side. If you're excited about the Kate belt but don't want to part with that kind of money, Massimo Dutti has done an excellent job on a dupe. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks everybody so much for tuning in. Let me know which item was your favorite, and I hope you got some style inspiration for this autumn winter. There are really many good pieces around at the moment. I feel like the high street's really good right now with neutrals and rich colors for the autumn winter, so I'm certainly going to enjoy styling these a lot. Anyway, thanks again for checking in here. Do like my video if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button if you want more style inspiration, and I hope to see you again soon in the next one. Take care everybody, and see you soon.